Well, things are coming along nice and slow and steady. Yeah, sadly. So I'm still working my way through converting stuff to data packs. Decided to continue going. We have got it under 20 on average, but the maximum's still a little bit high to run on the majority of computers. Alright, I should probably explain, because not everyone who watches this knows what's going on. I am making an adventure map. Adventure map that's open world, adds a whole bunch of different features to Minecraft. This is the little hub in the little starting zone, so add 0, and then you just play Minecraft like normal, except there's a bunch of cool stuff to go along with it, like mob abilities, and better uses of suspicious sand, and decorated pots. So yeah, so that's the other big thing that we're gonna tackle today, not the data pack stuff, but the fact that I am essentially making the map focused on 1.20 now. So previously I had set up a bunch of different armor stuff, so to do with the new armor sets and the trimming mechanic, just to modify attributes and have a few special effects. I've decided to just tackle all of the features here on 1.20, because I gotta say, I was especially disappointed in Archeology, as it is. So, if you don't know, you're meant to brush this stuff, and it sure takes a while. It is really painful and tedious, all to get your chance of a ceramic shard, which you can then convert into a decorate pot if you have 4. They did increase the number of shards, which is great. A little bit more artistry. I still think the decorated pots are pretty redundant, considering if you want to show them off, they can't be near a wall, otherwise you're sacrificing one of the sides. Oh, don't need to destroy the whole lot. So wait, what have I done exactly? Well, you don't feel like brushing, you can now just destroy it. Oh, a little bit low. Anyway, so if I just break it normally, poof, and I got amethyst shards out of it. Poof, more amethyst shards. Sniffer egg, interesting. You know what, we'll put you down because you have some special abilities of your own. Defiled ash, so this is a map-specific item. They do drop resources. What else we get? We got diamond, raw iron. So you can get a lot of different good resources just out of destroying it, if you don't want to actually spend the time brushing. But that said, I have made brushing a bit better. Your abilities on? They must be. So, what have I done? Well, we'll head back into creative. Ooh, you might notice a few... Oh, there we go. So, unearth. Gives you some suspicious sand. Sadly, suspicious sand generated through commands or placed by the player doesn't have the ability to drop shards. I don't know how exactly to access the loot tables. That'll be interesting to figure out, because technically you should be able to set up a loot table for whatever you want suspicious sand to drop, which would be great. Granted, brushing is still god-awful and slow, but it would be great. Anyway, we'll grab our crafting table, and can I just grab a normal decorate pot to start off? Perfect. So, the feature that I have come up with for decorate pots, we need to noose an iron golem, and then push him off. Can I just nudge you? I don't think I can. Oh, yeah. Will this snap? Don't they bungee? Should bungee. Yeah. Get off. Okay, that works. So our little golem crushing machine is set up. So I think if I put it here, let's see. Yeah, there we go. So if an iron golem steps on a decorated pot, it will now crush it. This is a generic pot, so it has no loot assigned to it. That's why it's just dropping my map items, or sometimes nothing. A little shimmering ash, defiled ash. But it gets a lot more interesting if you actually make a proper decorated pot. So for instance, what shall we do? Why not prize? You know what, we'll go crazy with it. So if you combine 4 different shards, you'll be able to pull from those 4 different loot tables, because I've set up loot tables for all the shards. So if you use all 4 in one jar, you can get something from each of the loot tables. If you use 4 of a specific type, you can get even better stuff. We'll do this. I will take some of the prize shards for later. We'll get ourselves a decorated pots. Oh, they don't stack. Got our 4 different sides, which is great. I really wish you could color them in with dye or anything like that, but oh well. Ah, perfect. And we got the good stuff right away. So these are special mobs. You can sort of tell. I don't know why you don't have... I guess your head armor doesn't show. Did you just destroy or take my items? No, I got them. So I got Deep Slate from that. I got Wither Rose. I got some Enchanted Resource. I don't know why three... Oh, right. 3 of you spawned because... Again, it's pulling from 4 different tables. So, in fact, up to 4 of these special mobs could spawn. They do have their own loot drops, and I'm sort of dubbing these ancient mobs. And they'll have their own unique abilities. I haven't activated the data pack just yet. So I'm still working out how often I want to run it. But pretty neat. They're fighting amongst themselves. So just something for you to hunt, and I don't know where the other... Oh, there he's gone. Why did you... Oh, right, you transformed. That's another thing I got to do. I got to set the do not transform tag. Anyway, what about the full prize jar, which we haven't actually shown off? Crafted. Sorry, I haven't actually crafted. That's what I mean to say. We'll do another one just in case. Nothing. Oh, we got Magma Cube that time. Goblin, and a bunch of good resources. We got pink dye, we got the smithing templates, so all of them can drop. Some ancient debris, deep slate. Essentially, I wanted to reward the player for brushing, finding 4 shards, because it's going to take you a while, and then setting this up. So there is a challenge in the mobs, but then there's also a pretty hefty reward for farming out these decorate pots. Granted, you do destroy them, so I think that's a fair sort of balance. And then, of course, if you use 4 of a kind, this is just a prize pots. All diamonds. You can now get something from their exclusive loot table. Yeah, that's what I mean to say. So nothing great out of that. We got the mob out of that one. Ah, bastard. Can I say bastard? Oh, there we go. We got faded scrap. Each scrap is a 64th of an ancient artifact. That will come in handy later. You're a different angle? You are a different angle. Where do I have to set this up? There. Come on. We got the diamonds. We got some sugar. On the sugar. That's just pure ash. Nothing out of that one. More mobs. Glowstone, it looks like. Come on. I can't actually remember what the better items are. But essentially, what do you think? Is this a better use for decorate pots? Granted, again, you can still just use them as cosmetic. You can place them around, use them as decorations, or you can spend your time brushing, getting all the shards you need to craft a pot, and then have a iron golem break it. You might get a mob, you might get some resources, or you might get some of these special items for the map. And if you don't want to do that, again, you can just normally break suspicious sand whenever you find it, and you will get just generic resources, nothing too special, nothing from the map. Ooh, we must have got some other stuff. And yeah, they're your options. So instead of just being a ridiculous minigame, because to be honest, that's all it is to me, is a really awful, ridiculous minigame of brushing. You now have the alternative option to just break it, get generic resources, spend the time playing the minigame, get your pots, break them, and get better stuff. I don't know. I thought it was a clever solution. Hope you enjoyed.